back on because apparently it shut off.
Womp, womp, womp. Ah.
Give it a second here. Let me get on the Twitch channel real quick and make sure it's still up there. GeForce still says that we are broadcasting.
Yeah, it's working now.
Okay. Okay, so the intro got skipped. So I'll re-record that in post and add it in. No big deal.
You can do that?
I mean, not for the live broadcast, obviously, but yeah, I can do it for the for when I save it and re-upload it as like a YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, the rest of you, Haroon, Happiness, and Duncan, the three of you were kind of waiting for this caravan in Redhold. So you all join, and there are 7 wagons in total this caravan. All of them are covered to protect you against rain and whatnot with the covers removable. And you have about a week's time before you get to Alnwick. Is there anything you guys would like to do for your first day or first few days?
What was the Dragonborn's name?
Yon.
And he's the one that never talks?
Correct.
Well, it's the first day, so I guess Duncan would try.
Okay.
Just anything.
Anything at all? You try to bring up conversation about anything in particular?
Start with the obvious ones. Since he's wearing what is essentially color-coded armor, talk about the Merc Company. How have they been? Is this your first job?
Okay. Throughout all of that, he watches you as you talk, and he nods respectively with the things that you guessed about him, the mercenary company. When you ask him if it's his first job, he just kind of shakes his head. Then when you ask him for more information about his job experience or whatever, how it's been, he simply replies, "It's been quiet. I like it quiet."
And then Eric chimes in with, "Holy shit, you got him to talk."
Is that impressive? It's not my job to do that.
I've been trying to get him to talk for forever.
Well, at the mention of that, he just kind of grunts and goes back to work and stops talking. Jornik kind of sees this exchange, and he kind of climbs over all the different wagons. They're kind of all hitched together with a length of rope for the horses to pull all the wagons at once. And he kind of just climbs back a few till he gets to the wagon that you four happen to be on. He says, "Oh, seems you actually got Yon to talk. My, you must be a priest," he says, looking you over, Duncan, in your like priestly robes.
No, I'm a cleric.
Yes, I'm sure there is a very big one. It's a miracle, though, so call me a believer. He flashes you a big smile, and then he looks over at you, Eric. "How are you enjoying your trip, Mr. Remora?"
Oh, fine so far. Everyone's pretty nice.
Fantastic news. I've got Fontaine out hunting. I believe he said he found a pack of boar out there, so it's going to be a good meal tonight. Is everyone else having a good day? You, Mr. Dark-haired, terrifying?
Just lovely.
Fantastic. Glad to hear it. And what about you, sir? And he kind of, he looks at you, but you've seen this look before, Riley.
Just peachy.
Glad to hear it. Anyway, if any of you need anything, just give a holler for old Jornik.
Could use some tobacco.
I could possibly make that deal happen. You looking for anything specific?
Just tobacco.
Alrighty.
Whatever's available.
I'll be right back with you, sir. And with that, he clambers back across the other wagons to get to the final one at the very back.
Once
And-
he's out of earshot, Eric makes the comment, "It's just me, or is that guy a little too nice?"
Well, I imagine it's his job to be nice.
He's nicer than some humans. I don't trust him.
Now, is that because he's a human or because he's nice?
He's a halfling, technically. He's a tiny little guy. He's only like 3 feet tall.
I wouldn't trust him no matter what race he is.
Short human, halfling, basically the same thing.
All right. A few moments later, he comes back and he's got a small little wooden container. I've got this here, and it's in our stock. I can give it to you for 2 copper.
One and a half.
You're gonna try to barter down to 1 copper?
Note to one and a half. Big and small copper coins.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Because okay, so you have a gold coin.
Well, all I have is gold, so
Oh,
I'd have to
okay.
break it down.
Yeah, he'll exchange it for you.
Okay, yeah. Then 2 copper, that's fine for me. Got the coins. to use for it.
Fantastic. And he reaches into his waist pouch and pulls out a wallet. It looks very much like a wallet, but it has like coin holsters in it of every denomination, and he makes change.
It's 100 for each, right? 100 copper.
Oh no, it's 10.
10?
10, 10, and 10. It's 10 copper to 10 silver to 10 gold.
Is that silver or
Trust me, it's silver.
silver and what's EP?
Electrum.
Electrum.
10 and 8.
Functionally useless in this campaign. I wouldn't worry about it.
All right, well there we go. I'm
But
down
1
to
gold
all.
is 100 copper, if that's what you were asking.
Pardon? Oh yes. Well, 1 gold is technically 100 copper. Yeah. But Jordik would probably exchange it down to 9 silver and 8 copper.
Wooden box of tobacco.
Yep.
Go.
And Jordik takes off to go manage the horses. And this is kind of the way things go for the next few days, with Jornik coming out every day, every few hours, just making sure everything's all right. You guys have your meal with Fontaine's boar that he brings, and he tells you all at night that he's tracking the boar, and they seem to be going the same way you guys are. So he thinks you guys will be able to eat boar for the rest of the trip, possibly, if you can keep a pace of the herd, assuming they don't, break off somewhere else and get wise. Yon really doesn't do all that much except for mind the horses and look scary if anything comes close. After about 3 days, though, you guys are about here. Let me mark it for you on the map. You guys start to hear at night. You're sitting around the campfire eating your meal,
I don't see a
and you can hear. I don't know. I'm getting the mark as I talk.
Oh.
You see, or you hear rather, wolves howling in the distance. First one, and then a number of echoing back.
Do we have a prominent light source?
The campfire. You can see around you basically 20 feet in any direction.
Except me, because I've got a dark vision.
Right. You can see 60 feet out.
Is that a thing that all tieflings can do?
It is.
All right. In that case, I'm going to cuddle up next to the tiefling. Because if the wolves come, they'll know. far before I will.
I'm just gonna light my lamp and start playing lightly on my lyre.
You play a lyre?
He's
That's awesome.
Are you calling him a liar?
There we go. You guys
I-
are about there.
I'm just gonna curse an infernal at the human snuggling up in me.
Oh, Mikey, he likes it.
Eric's just gonna walk up.
Actually, a note on that. Duncan, you speak Infernal, so you understand that.
Well, I speak abyssal.
No, it's Infernal. I checked with Riley and Tiefling get
Checks out.
Infernal.
Infernal.
Sorry, Eric, what were you saying?
I was just saying that Eric's just gonna walk over and pat Happy's shoulder. No, relax.
Happy's gonna jump at that.
Duncan's going
Whoa.
to pretend he doesn't understand that.
Okay.
He's just trying to be
What are you doing,
polite.
crowding around me?
Well, I don't know.
Don't know? Then why are you doing it?
You're the only one of us that can see the massive amounts of danger in the forest.
How much does wolf meat sell for?
Yes, well...
Do you want to go
wolves-
hunting for them?
Not really.
Then get away from me.
Who's to say they ain't gonna come hunt us?
Jornik, overhearing your conversation, makes his way over, and he's got a very weak wine with him, a bottle of it. Anyone need a refill? I heard you guys talking, and I just want to assure you, there's no danger.
And then we instantly turn around and see the wolves, right? That's...
No,
Yes.
no.
No, not that kind of game? Okay. It's coming. He said the thing.
Haroon will just nudge his empty cup over with his foot.
All right, and then Jornik will refill it with his wine. Again, this is weak stuff. But he looks over at you, Duncan, says, honestly, friend, I can assure you, we have Yon with us, and Fontaine has scouted the area. I assure you there is no danger to any of you.
I have heard that about 6 times in my life, and every single time something terrible has instantly followed it by the next morning.
Ha! Well then, sir, would you like to take a bet on that?
5 copper says something goes wrong by tomorrow.
That sounds like a great bet to me, sir. And he reaches out to shake your hand.
Yeah, I'll shake it.
Okay. Tomorrow comes and goes. However, once again at night, you guys are beset by the howling of the wolf.
Are they closer?
It's hard to tell, but give me a perception check.
All of us?
Just Duncan.
Where is the perception button?
It is on your character sheet under skills.
Yep.
It's 1d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Ooh, while
First
he's
roll of the
doing that-
campaign, by the way.
Huh?
First roll of the campaign, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I'm having trouble finding it.
Okay, Alan, if you're looking at the Roll20 page, with all the
Yep.
numbers and shit, well, and there's like a little speech bubble, one that looks like a newspaper. You want the one that looks like a newspaper. And then you click on that, and it'll give you another list, and then it'll give you a character sheet.
Yeah, core. I've got my character sheet. I just don't see his...
It's going to be on the left next to your stats.
Next to my stats. Proficiency,
You'll have like
inspiration,
animal handling and all that on there.
skills, passive wisdom, perception.
Of passive wisdom.
Yeah, you want above that. It's going to be between nature and performance in that list of skills.
Perception, there it is. Thank you.
Yep, there we go. All right, so you rolled a 10. You really can't tell if they're getting closer.
I don't like it.
You want me to take a look?
I mean, Probably be better if the one who can see in the dark does. Cough, cough.
I mean, unfortunately, being able to... Well, I guess if you want to, sure.
I'd like to do something.
All right.
Okay, let me make sure I can do this. I want to cast Thaumaturgy and change the color of my eyes and look at Duncan and go, scared human?
I mean, if... Oh yeah, we can just bust out cantrips, can't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, I smack his one good horn and cast light on it.
You can now see. What a coincidence.
I can now see up to 40 feet because his horn is just a beacon of goddamn light.
Yeah. You
The
actually
light can be
surprised.
colored as I like. It's bright pink.
You surprise all the caravan goers. There's more people on this caravan than just you four. An old man looks up and goes, "Oh!" Hey, Mike pulls out a book and starts reading.
Yep, everyone gather around. We've got a nice nightlight tonight.
Eric's
Alrighty.
just trying so hard not to laugh.
That's fantastic.
Apparently the spell lasts until I choose to cast it again or until I actively decide to dismiss it.
He's just gonna fucking leave it on, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, night has drawn on, and Jornik approaches you. Says, "Well, friend, a day has come and a day has gone, and as I promised you, we are fine."
I admit we have not yet been eaten by wolves, and completely honoring the deal, I do, in fact, pay up.
He takes the money. He has no problem taking your money. Pleasure doing business with you. Let's see here. Any of you guys trained in nature?
Nope, but I got a 2 in it.
I've got a 1.
Got a 2 in it, but I'm not proficient at it.
Already.
Want me to
Moving.
just do it anyway?
No.
But I'm
This is
gonna
something.
do.
This is something you would need. This was something you would need training in. The next day comes, and as day dawns, nothing out of the ordinary. Everything seems to be going all right. Jornik seems to be cheerful. Fontaine keeps on going out hunting, keeps on coming back with boar. Does
Happiness
tell you.
is still pissed that there's a giant pink light following them everywhere.
Yeah, seriously, is that still on?
Might have changed the color a little, but it's still there.
It's a little hard to notice during the day, though. Everything's
As
just
night draws
slightly tinted.
closer, Happiness is gonna approach Duncan and say, "By Bahamut, will you turn this thing off?"
Oh no. This is far more fun.
Does it really have no duration limit?
Yeah, it's
Happiness
just
is now
until I
known as
cast
the
it
lamp.
again or dismiss it.
I love lamp.
Fine, I guess I can look on the bright side and at least read my prayer book at night.
I mean, you are the bright side.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
just because I can. Eric is going to ask. What's his name again?
Jornik?
Jornik, thank you. He's going to ask if there's any sugar cane around.
Jornik, he thinks to himself, rubs his chin. I don't believe we have sugar cane, but we do have sugar.
I just wanted something to chew on.
Oh. Well, if you want something to chew on, I'm sure that I have more tobacco.
I'm not a tobacco person.
How about dried grass?
Pass.
Terribly sorry, friend. I don't have anything, but if we see a sprig of long grass, I can have, Yon pluck it for you.
Nah.
Along with this 10-gallon hat.
Thank you
So-
anyway.
As you guys are bedding down tonight, with the amazing nightlight, they still light a fire. Fontaine insists. And go ahead and let's see. Today, we'll say Haroon to go ahead and roll perception.
Okay.
You
Okay.
need slash roll if you're gonna do it that way.
Or just pull up your list.
They don't have a character sheet on Roll20.
Mm.
There we go.
Oh,
Alrighty.
dearest.
You notice
shit
that
out
Yornik is adding a blend of like little pouch of something into the fire. And going back to think about it, you've seen him do this every night since the wolf started howling.
And Harund is the one that sees this, right?
Yes.
I'm actually not going to say anything. I'm going to wait until nobody's around the fire. I've got a flask of oil on me, and I'm just going to dump it into the fire.
Make the fire flare up a bit.
Yeah, hot, and hopefully just burning any, like, scent out.
Okay. You do this. The fire flares hot, and smoke billows out for a bit. And as you do that, or once you do that, you feel an arm grab you on the shoulder and just like spin you around. You are met with the steely gaze of the half-elf Jornik, or not Jornik, sorry, Fontaine, who, despite the fury in his eyes, or rather the concern, I should say, he does stand about probably a foot short. So it's not exactly a intimidating sight, this intense gaze of his. What do you think you're doing?
Haroon is going to flash a sly grin. Like, what? My oil is just running bad. I had to get rid of it somehow.
I've been burning herbs to keep the wolves away, you twit.
It's just a few wolves. I'm sure our dragonborn friend can take care of them.
Ugh. I'll go let Yon know. And with that, he stomps off. And you guys do still hear your howling. And Yon goes out and he does his patrol. Doubles the patrol, I should say.
Change the warm, welcoming pink light to a concerned orange.
God.
You can hear echoing in the distance a high-pitched howl. And once again, it echoes across the Whisperwind Plains. The night grows still, and tension takes hold in the crisp air, especially with you, Haroon, knowing what you know. But after a moment, conversation kind of returns. People go back to drinking, and nothing happens. The next day dawns, and Jornik is happy to tell you that you are essentially a day away from Alnwick. You will most likely arrive there tomorrow afternoon. Or, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Not a big deal. So he says, tonight, we're going to do something special. Says, tonight, I've got... tonight I have Fontaine going out to hunt something a little bit bigger. Maybe we get some really good meat tonight. Just to make sure, I know some of you are a little worried about the wolves. We're going to have Yon double his patrol again. I will say that we're going to light extra fires, and we're going to make this into a bit of a festival. After all, tomorrow, some of you will begin your new lives at Alnwick.
Happiness is just gonna grimace.
Is Happiness just dead tired? Can he fall asleep with a goddamn nightlight on his face?
I imagine he covers up his horn when he goes to sleep.
He probably borrows a hat or something, or wraps it in cloth.
Considering night's like daytime, they're probably used to sleeping with a lot of light.
I just use my common clothes and just wrap them around my horn and then just go to sleep on my bread roll.
You know, the best part is this spell
On your
doesn't
bread
end
roll?
if you gain distance from each
Not
other.
my bread roll, my bedroll.
Although one does sound more delicious than the others.
If I cover my horn with this conveniently shaped croissant,
I can just picture tieflings doing that with bread and rolls and croissants.
marshmallows, donuts.
Anyway,
Tieflings are resistant to fire damage.
You're calling it a tiefling, it's a tiefling.
That's tiefling, I think. I think it is actually tiefling.
anyways.
Anyway, so night falls, and there are now 4 fires lit, and everyone can kind of spread out. Jornik comes around with a nice bottle of ale, or a nice bottle of wine, rather. The good shit. You recognize it, Duncan. You've had it before. Well, everyone, it's been a fun trip. I'm glad we could all get to know each other a little better. And thank you again for choosing my caravan over all the competitors out there. None of them. Do any of you order a drink?
Not Eric, but he was actually considering doing a performance, seeing as it's a festival, but he's a little wary of the wolves.
Well, it's not like dancing and singing attracts wolves.
Noise.
Typically the opposite.
I guess so. Yeah, sure, he'll do it.
And, no thank
Okay.
you on the drink. You know, clerics, spirits, always have them.
Fair enough. Fair enough, friend. More for me.
Maroon will take the drink and perform alongside Eric.
Oh,
With his
jeez.
lyre.
Sounds like there's already a performance going on over there.
Huh,
Alrighty.
that sounds dancing sim.
Go ahead and give me a, actually, hold on a moment. Happiness, do you take a drink?
No, sorry, I was talking to my mother.
Is that no sorry, you're not taking a drink?
Yes.
Or just... Alrighty. Haroon. Constitution saving throw.
God damn it.
Just 1d20 plus con modifier, right?
Plus your con save if you have a bonus to it.
Don't think so.
I don't believe bards do. I believe your wisdom dex.
I would have picked
It
revenue.
should be
I would have.
charisma dex.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. It might be, yeah, it's probably charisma dex.
Wolf.
Alright, you're drunk.
Oh, 1 cup? Damn.
Good stuff. Let's see. Also, Happiness, you realize that despite everybody kind of enjoy... Oh, Eric, give me a performance roll check. Performance. Oh, jeez. Do you have your hat out to collect tips?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's see what we get. We get lag. Okay, cool. All right. Some people come by. They drop coins into your cup that you did not take a drink in, and at the end of your performance, you find you have 10 more gold.
Nice.
Jesus, dropping rich.
Yeah. The people, like I said, this whole thing was like a catered trip from Layton to Alnwick. The people that are on this trip tend to have some money. A lot of you had to pay or find other means to get on here, either by like winning a contest, having connections. Like Duncan, the church was like, "Get going, Alnwick."
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just saying,
So,
should have been shaking the alms box.
Happiness. You notice something though while all this is going on.
Yes.
Fontaine isn't back.
Wait, do I get to roll performance, or am I too drunk?
Oh, go ahead, but make it a disadvantage. Unless you were considering that you're joining in on Eric's, in which case, you know what, you do. But if you're trying to make money composing Eric, then give me another roll. Disadvantage, roll twice, take the lowest. You know
Damn.
what? Even drunk, you're still pretty damn good.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, that was a good one. Let's roll up, see what. You made 6 gold.
Wicked.
Why do I foresee a performance rivalry between Eric and Haroon?
Or the best jam session ever.
Yep.
Anyway, but yeah, Happiness, you realize that Fontaine is still not back.
I'm gonna get up and go look out into the woods a little bit with my shiny, shiny horn.
Okay. As you get probably about just past like the campfire, a big arm claps down on your shoulder. Behind you stands the 8-foot-tall behemoth of a dragonborn, Yon. Not safe to leave fire.
Fontaine isn't back.
Fontaine probably had big kill. Take time to drag back. He'll be here soon.
Fine. And I hate Happiness heads back to the fire.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have anything to add, Duncan?
No, Duncan's enjoying himself, some light conversation, watching a drunk bard and a... What is is Eric well dressed?
Fairly.
Okay, so what is probably a hidden noble and a drunk bard dancing? And
I want to
playing and
mention that-
singing and attracting a crowd.
Haroon is also very aristocratic looking.
Yes, but Haroon is also stone-blastingly drunk at the moment.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
You lose some noble points. Yeah, enjoying the sights, smoking his fresh tobacco.
Alrighty. Let's get us, let me get something set up here real quick. The night ends. And we are going to start our next day. And this thing is lagging. Trying to drag my little token over. Can you guys move my token for me? I think you guys can move that.
Nope.
What token?
The number 1 there.
I can't touch it.
Curses.
I can't touch it.
Oh well. Just imagine that it is being moved 1 square over, so that you guys are going to be approaching Alnwick. And let me get my Alnwick map up. And I'm a dirty liar. All right. So as you guys are sitting down at this fireside chat, Fontaine is drinking, partying with everyone else. And then everything grows still for a moment.
Wait, Fontaine or somebody else?
Oh, sorry. You're right. Yeah, Jornik.
Okay.
Jornik is sitting there. He's drinking. He's cheering with some of the people. The old man reading his book is sitting near you, happiness, just chilling out. And then suddenly, Jornik goes quiet and falls over.
Oh, shit.
That's when Eric stops singing.
Perception check, Eric. There is a small bolt sticking out the back of Jornik. Like a crossbow bolt.
To
Eric.
approach him.
Eric will who is there another big wig around?
Yon. Yon is he's been walking around. He's on the other side of the campfires right now, walking around doing his patrol.
Eric is gonna look at Duncan and go tell Yon what happened and tell him to get everyone in the caravan.
Are you sure I shouldn't, heal the dying guy?
Fine, you take care of him, I'll do it.
Okay.
And he goes to talk to Yon.
Alrighty.
The important question, is he dead or dying?
Give me a medicine check.
Yeah, that's right. Tell me.
The arrow struck him in the back and hit his lung. He will be dead.
Okay, step 1, pull the arrow out. Step 2, cast Cure Wounds.
Cure wounds?
Yeah.
Okay. You pull the arrow out, and there's a sound of like kind of thing of all the air being pushed out of that deflated lung. And then you cast your spell. Go ahead and roll for curing.
Oh, that just puts it into the thing.
Yep. Go ahead and roll 1d8 plus your ability modifier for spell casting. So for you, it's 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
D8, 5 plus 3.
All right.
8.
Jornik, yes. Jornik coughs, sputters, and then looks up at you with wide eyes. What's going on?
Well, you've been shot with a crossbow bolt. This one right here. I'm saving it. And also, I just saved your life.
Cool. Thank you. Wait, so, but what's happening? And with that, everyone, do me a favor and roll initiative.
Where is... Do I just press the... Oh. Yay!
Yep. Give me just a second here. I gotta fix Old Man Dunk. His token's fucked.
Sorry, I didn't roll initiative. Checking my, clicking my character token. Should I roll it again?
Is that not your initiative? 5?
My initiative is 5, but I wasn't selecting my token, so it won't show up on the tracker.
Oh. I'll add it
It'll be
manually.
fine.
There we go. I had to fix Duncan's character because it was borked up.
What?
When we gave you your new token, we didn't resave the token to your... So when I went to drop you into the battle map earlier, and that's what was actually taking me time, it didn't populate with your HP and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to be slick, and it just didn't work.
There's a battle map?
Yeah, you're about to go to it.
Sweet.
I didn't bring it up because I was trying to be all sneaky and clever.
Ryan, that 2-weapon fighting works again. I could attack with both weapons at once, right?
Yes, you can. You can attack with both weapons at once as long as both weapons are light. You do not get your combat bonus for the second roll, or your strength bonus for the second attack, or dex for that matter. Unless you have the 2-weapon fighting class feature.
I do.
Oh, the bard? I didn't know they got that.
They do if you're with the College of Swords,
Ah.
which
We're level 1, you shouldn't be able to select your college.
I mean, I went through the Beyond character creator, and I have 2-weapon fighting as my actions in combat.
Right, but you have it as a class feature. Because you'll see it says there under your actions in combat for your 2-weapon fighting, it mentions that you don't get your bonus. Welcome to the battle map, ladies and gentlemen.
So green.
It is. I did not mean for it to be that green.
if only we had a large source of bright orange light from somewhere.
Fuck you.
Hey, it means
There you go. It's less green now.
whatever we're fighting can't take you by surprise. I'm going to assume it's wolves with crossbows.
That's funny.
Right-click a token and choose Add a Turn.
Don't worry about it. I'm doing it now.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, it didn't add you guys to the initiative order.
Yuppa.
All right, Haroon, what was your initiative roll?
18.
Eric?
8.
12 for me.
Thank you. And we've got it all. Alrighty.
And is these placements, are these currently accurate to where we are?
Yes. Jornik is right in front of you, but I don't have a token for him because I didn't expect you to actually save him. Thank you for that.
Oh, well.
I
He's a
did
hunter.
not.
He seems useful.
No, Jornik is just the halfling. He's not the hunter.
Oh, I accidentally had the paint option on, and now there's
Oh.
dots on happiness.
Oh, whatever. He'll be useful.
You'll be okay.
Just cut the purple box.
Oh, no.
Each one of those squares a certain amount of speed to move.
Yes, they are all 1.
Okay. What is my speed?
Your speed, well, okay, technically they are 5 feet. So your speed is probably 30, so you can move.
The box was empty for some reason.
Oh, okay. That was probably my
30
fault.
feet, so two squares is 10. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And let me make this battlefield a little bit bigger for you guys. It's a wide open field. Don't worry. We have better ones than this. And let's see. There's a lot of firelight out here, so you guys actually have no problem seeing the entire area.
Especially Riley.
All right. Terribly sorry for the wait there. Just let me bring in your opponents for the...
Come on, wolves with
What
crossbows.
the fuck is that?
Is it wolves with crossbows? It's kobolds.
Oh god.
Lizards with crossbows. Small, incredibly susceptible lizards.
Alrighty. Let me do some quick camera work here. And they need to roll initiative, so give me a moment.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 feet. Oh, perfect.
All right. None of them move faster than you. Well, none of them move faster than Haroon, I should say. Haroon, it's your turn.
Guess I'm going to charge the one closest to me, whip out my dagger and rapier, and smack a mofo.
Five, 10, 15.
The closest one to you is 7 feet away, so it's going to be kind of rough. Or 7 squares away, rather.
Are these squares at all, like every time we do this, is it going to be 5 feet per square?
Yes.
Good, I'm just going to change my speed to the amount of squares.
To 6? Okay. Some people prefer that way. I don't. It does. They like to do feet in 5th edition. In
Actually,
4th edition, it was squares.
I'm going to use my third green circle thing on Duncan's character token as that.
Okay.
6. There.
Just a second.
Oh, Alice is going to be feeding.
Well, I guess I'm just going to get as close as I can run to it and then just sit there.
Okay. Wasn't sure if you were going to use a spell like Vicious Mockery or something.
Yeah, I guess I still have my action, so I'll just mockery the one closest to me.
So a wisdom saving throw, was it?
Yes, they have to succeed a wisdom saving throw.
Just a moment. Whoa. I think my thing crashed. Nope,
If you
it's
have
back up.
Higher.
10 or higher?
Mm-hmm.
Just a moment. My roll 20 is freaking the heck out. There we go. I got it. He has to be a 13? He did not. Wow.
Okay, I gotta ask, what do you say to him?
I'm too tired to think of anything clever.
I think that's exactly what he says too. Haroon's just like, I'm too tired to think of anything clever. And the kobold's like, ow, sick.
Oh, I'm not even worth his time.
I'd like to point out the kobold rolled a -1 on his wisdom saving throw.
I'm not even
You should
worth
just crawl into the
effort.
fetal position and die.
Kind of wants to, believe me. All right, it's the kobold's turn.
And he takes 3 damage.
Yep, he took it. Oh, whoops, these kobolds are set up wrong because they all took it. But, okay. Kobold's going to run up to you. Be like, sup, bitch.
Yeah.
And he's going to smack you with his dagger.
His what?
He has a dagger.
Oh, your mic cut out at a very unfortunate moment.
20
You may have just implied that he was about to smack him with his deck.
against AC.
That hits.
4 damage.
Jesus.
And this one's going to use pack tactics, 13 against AC.
That matches.
That's a hit. 4 damage. Haroon is probably in a bad way.
Yes, yes.
You can only do bonus actions on your own turn, right?
Yes.
Damn it.
Save it, I can heal myself with a bonus action.
All right, these two are going to approach. Wait, hold on. Not both of them. Only one of them will. That one stays back there. It's not his turn yet.
That one that was a 20 against me has disadvantage, by the way. Because of just mockery.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, never mind. You do not take that 4 damage. Thanks for reminding me. Duncan, it is your turn.
All right, starting up. 10, 20, 30.
Okay.
And then as my action, I'm going to, let's see. One of those kobolds near him is damaged, right?
Yes.
I'm going to use the cantrip Toll the Dead.
All right. Makes a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw against a 13.
That's going to be a 16. He passes.
Dang,
Shakes it off.
Darn. And do I have a bonus action? Let's see.
I believe at your level, one of the only bonus actions you might have is healing word.
I do have a good one.
Oh, what you got?
No, I'm not going to use that. That'd be my last spell slot for now.
Okay.
Need that. Someone else might die.
Fair enough.
Or this kobold might approach me.
There we go. He is going to move up to you and try to shank you with a dagger.
What does he roll for
8.
that? Yeah, that's not even close.
Yeah, he dives forward with his dagger. He's going in for the kill, and he trips.
Whoops.
Eric, it is your turn.
Am I actually able to get to any of these guys?
Probably not on this turn.
20. Actually, you can 10, 20. You can reach the kobold that is to the right of Harund, assuming diagonal moves are also
Diagonal
fine.
moves are fine.
Then yeah, you can go 2.
Yeah, he's right.
You mean this one?
Yep. You can get right on top of him.
Okay, and that's probably the one that I can sneak attack, yes?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Fuck his shit.
I will fuck his shit.
It's not late at the stream. I'm not allowed to say that.
Ah, you're fine.
Do things with his corpse.
Okay, so how do I do this again?
All right, so under your attacks page portion there, you should have an option for, like, rapier.
Yeah, I see that.
Click on that. All right, a 17 hits. So now click on the rapier text below that. See where it says rapier plus... Click on that.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah. On the actual dice roll page. So yeah, you can click on rapier down there.
Oh. There we go.
Yep, so you rolled 4 piercing damage.
Okay, and then I roll a d6.
Yep, an extra d6. So you did 10 damage.
This hurts significantly more than that insult.
Just a bit, yeah.
Oh yeah, and didn't he disadvantage?
That doesn't really affect you. It affects him attacking, and it's the other one that's at disadvantage, technically. So he takes 10 damage, and you just skewer. He's sitting there trying to go after Haroon, and you just shove a sword right through his neck. Who's breathing into their mic really heavy?
Oh, that might be me. I adjusted it.
Oh, okay. You're fine. So yeah, you stab your rapier right into its neck. Blood just sprays out over Haroon. Haroon looks like he just came out of a metal concert.
My lapel.
Oh,
And
Jerry.
he is dead.
Oh, he had 6 kids.
All right, Happiness, your move.
I'm going to move over here so I have a clear shot on this guy.
Alrighty.
And I am going to send a firebolt and scream, I'm a mate!
You're a maid?
All right. Your firebolt screeches over its shoulder harmlessly, and it hisses at you in Draconic.
I speak Draconic! What did it say?
Bitch!
You didn't give me Draconic this time, honey.
I did not.
You dick.
Change things up a little bit.
You dick. You know I love Draconic.
I know. Haroon, you're bleeding.
It's not that bad.
And you're also
Some of it's
covered in blood.
Some of it's
Not all of it's yours.
There we go.
I'm gonna take a double swipe at the lizard next to me.
Alrighty. You invoke the powers of Ozzy Osbourne. Let's see it.
Bite his head off.
Also, honey, do you happen to know where a bottle opener is?
That's a hit. Roll for damage. It's in the
Wow.
kitchen somewhere.
That's my second to hit, so I imagine they both hit.
Yeah.
I'll deal with it later. I just realized that one of the bottles that I have it's a bottle opener only, and in my attempts to try and open it with other means, I kind of nicked my knuckle.
Oh no.
11 damage.
11 damage. Alrighty. You just full on, you scissor the blades across its neck and its head rolls back. And you bathe in a fountain of blood. This is probably the best concert you've ever put on.
It's a good thing there's a cleric here, because you're going to need a disease roll after all that blood.
He's gonna need a cleric after all those references to how metal he is.
Yeah. Is anyone here a priest? I need a young one and an old one.
Our
Blood,
bard's head just started spinning around. It's weird.
blood everywhere, growing hair in weird places.
Alrighty. This kobold here is gonna sidle up with Dunk.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, it's probably not for the best. And
Glad they're both right next to me.
he won't be after this. He's going to use Wolfpack Tactics and go to shank you. Basically what Wolfpack Tactics is, or Pack Tactics rather, is one of them tries to distract you while the other one goes to stab. That's 23 against AC.
That'll hit.
Alright, 5 damage.
Oof.
So yeah, you think that the one on the left is going to hit you and then the one on the right just stabs you in the back.
Didn't you say he's fucking prone on the ground?
I said flavor-wise that he just stumbled as he went to stab.
Oh. I thought that was he failed so hard it actually affected him.
Nah.
I was going to football kick his face in.
Alrighty. It is now your turn, Duncan.
Oh, right.
You have enemies in melee range.
Yeah.
I thought we had a barbarian.
We did.
Let's go with the real easy start. I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds on... Both of them have health, so either one.
Okay. Inflict wounds. Saving throw?
Make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach.
Okay, go ahead and give me your spell attack. Should be about
I have an
1d20
attack
plus
bonus
5.
of 5. Yeah, so I'll roll a d20. It's 9 plus 5.
All right, yeah, that's a hit.
Okay.
8 damage?
And no, and then it
I think that is 8 damage.
Yep, 8 damage.
Okay. Wasn't your best roll, but you basically reach out and grab its head, and if you've ever seen Full Metal Alchemist, there's this character named Scar.
Yeah, so essentially his face just started to melt, right?
Yeah, your face explode.
Does that count as an intimidation on the other one?
Tell you what, if you want to try for an intimidation roll on the last one.
Oh, it's okay. I don't have to because I'm going to use a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Against the injured one, why not? Duncan's eyes light up with red hot fire, grabs his sword, and just takes a swing with it.
Alrighty.
War Priest.
I believe you need to actually make an attack action with that melee attack to use War Priest.
Bolt of Inspiration. Use an attack action. Not
Okay.
a melee attack, or not a weapon attack, just an attack. Which Inflict Wounds is.
But what inflict wounds counts as a spell.
Does that not count as an attack action?
It does not, as far as I know. I believe it actually counts as casting a spell.
Ah. In that case, I'll just... I don't have a normal bonus action, so fuck it. Yeah, roll for Intimidation.
Roll it.
Not great.
Alrighty. The kobold, he's not worried about you. He's really upset that you killed Dave.
Oh, is he dead?
Yeah, you splattered that one kobold's brains out across the grass.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, Dave.
Yep.
Well, I guess actually no, you're an asshole.
Alright, so he is going to swear vengeance on you regardless and disengage and take off running.
Can I go after him?
Let's see. You would not be able to reach him. However, Happiness, if you would like to take a ranged pot shot at him, you may. I only say that because I know that Eric does not have a ranged weapon.
Ranged as in crossbow or as in magic?
You could do either or, whichever you prefer.
I mean, anything's a ranged weapon if you throw it hard enough.
Is he within... He's
Yes.
within 60 feet?
Oh, yeah.
Acid Splash.
Alrighty. He has to make a dex save, DC 13, else take 1 damage. All right.
Yeah, but he was running away, so he probably got it on his butt cheek, and it, like, really hurts.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Alright, I rolled a 1. So you hit him for 1 damage.
Great.
Does that at least like slow him down?
It does not, but you do hear him cursing in Draconic, just, motherfucker, son of a bitch," before he vanishes into the darkness.
Damn,
Wait,
I was hoping
I
we
have a-
wouldn't let anyone get away.
Oh, Haroon, you actually have a ranged attack, don't you?
I can throw my dagger 60 feet.
I can cast a spell to say... I guess I already...
Alright, you can either do that, or I guess you could Vicious Mockery him.
Don't think that does enough damage, so I'm going to chuck my dagger at him.
Alright, roll it. Next town, Eric is getting a freaking crossbow.
Next town, Eric is getting a fucking crossbow.
You can take my crossbow. I want a quarterstaff.
Eric looks over at Happy and goes, "Can I borrow that?" And he points at his crossbow.
Alright, roll for
17.
damage.
I'm not joking, by the way.
You got to type in /roll if you're going to do it that way.
Happiness is a little wary of Eric. Just like,
Lame.
Oh,
And
man.
he's laid.
I will give it right back. I just don't want that one to get away.
Do I get a chance?
Okay, fine.
You would actually have a chance. If you have a ranged attack, you would have a chance.
I do.
Okay, because it's still alive after all that.
I'm giving Eric my crossbow too.
All
What do I
right,
need to
go
roll
ahead.
for crossbow?
Well, we'll have to wait till your turn comes up.
I will use Toll the Dead.
All right, he's injured, so that's going to be a wisdom saving throw.
The target must, wisdom saving throw against 13.
I was so confident that you guys killed him, I actually closed his character sheet. Give me a... There we go. I did not expect him to survive nearly as long. Okay, yeah, no, he did not survive that. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, and a 1d12. 11.
Okay, so he didn't roll a 1, which is all he had left. Or under a 2, rather.
Brought into
So
the-
he just into a fine mist. You hear a bell in the distance, just like a gong, and just splattered across the...
Eric sighs, hands the crossbow back. I'll be getting my own when we get to town.
Well, I gotta say, gang, that was significantly fucked up.
Oh, my dagger back. I'm gonna retrieve my dagger.
All right.
You want your dagger back?
Well,
You
if
go over
want,
and you
there's
get your
one in my
dagger out of its thigh.
What's left?
What's left of its thigh?
Like, wipe the
Would you
blood
like
off
a
on my
third?
blood-soaked lapel. It doesn't help.
Would you like a third dagger?
And you can never have enough daggers.
All right, and then Duncan just yanks the one that's currently stuck in his gut out and tosses it to him.
You acquire 4 daggers.
Here you go, Dagger Man.
Sweet.
So somebody go ahead. Let's see here. Duncan, this fits your background. Give me a proficiency check. Or sorry, not proficiency. Perception.
And there it is. 13 or
You
23
know-
if I have advantage.
Well, you got enough. You notice that not one of these 4 had a crossbow. But the bolt that was sticking out of the back of Jornik earlier was definitely a crossbow.
As opposed to all those melee bolts.
As opposed to an arrow.
It
And with that, we take a break.
fuck you!
Were you gonna ask if happiness did it?
No, I was gonna ask if Fontaine or the Dragonborn
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I was worried you were gonna be like depending it on happy.
Well, there is an easy way to find out.
We'll be back in 10 minutes and we'll discuss it then.
Fuck you!
I'm gonna order a pizza.
I really
Go
regret
find my
saying...
fucking bottle
Actually, I guess I
opener.
don't now.
Aren't we, like, almost done?
No, we're gonna be playing for a little longer.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go find my bottle opener because I need a fucking drink now.
Also, I'd like to say I killed 2. Yeah. Go Duncan.
Yes, and I shanked one in the neck.
Yeah, and
Happiness
Haroon
reveal as his sorcerer powers was not good.
just-
I'm a mage, Mrs. Firebolt.
And nobody bats an eye at Eric. Just immediately shanks one in the neck, just like flawlessly.
I mean, there's a certain flavor text you're missing for that to be, like, noteworthy, and it's Eric didn't shove his hand over its mouth and go, shh,
Well, he's probably going to at some point.
only dreams now.
I'll be right back. I need my fucking bottle opener.
Oh, the last thing they hear is Eric whispering you have real purty eyes.
Oh my god!
Can't let him die easy.
Oh my god! I'll be right back.
Oh, this is fun. Fun times.
Hope you guys are enjoying the campaign so far.
Well, I've saved one life and taken two, so if I save one more person, it balances out.
Luckily, your god doesn't give a fuck about balance.
Good point! This was technically a war, a very small scale.
A battle. And what is a war but a string of battles?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's actually the definition of war. Several battles.
Indeed. We are ordering a pizza.
I'm back.
What kind of pizza?
We're ordering a dinner box from,
This
What's it
sounds
called?
like you're dancing around the issue. What are the toppings?
I don't know yet. One of them is just going to be a cheese and pepperoni.
Mm-hmm. Nothing else? Nothing else you're putting on there?
I don't like anything else on my pizza.
Good. Good.
I mean, if I have my way, I'll have pineapple and black olive on.
Well, aren't you a disgusting bitch?
I am.
Still on break.
Oh my god, damn it.
Loot the kobold, do. Loot the corpses, do.
Also, Rose, I'm reading that comic again.
Oh?
Just Alduin. There's also a... No, I'll pay you. There's not enough money in the world. I love Vera.
So do you guys still play WoW?
No,
No.
No.
Fair enough.
it's all Final Fantasy all the time, baby.
Although I did have a brief moments of concern that I might be going back to WoW when they said no VRM and no Hrothgals. And then I woke up.
And then you're like, well, this is no better.
No, these elves aren't nearly sexy enough.
New expansion is kind of a flop.
That's what I've heard. I had a friend who was a really big WoW head who he's like, no.
What they had this time? Crocodile people?
They added a bunch of new races.
Yeah, well, they're sub races, but yeah.
Did they add any new classes?
Not in this expansion, no.
What is even the point?
And order is sent. Okay, cool. As we make sure the porch light's on, and then we will begin again.
Anybody else a Fallout fan that cringes a little bit when you hear the phrase begin again?
Nope.
Nope. Because
Everybody
I
back and
played
good?
Good Fallout.
Fallout New Vegas, you know, the good one. Dead Money's whole thing was begin again.
Oh fuck, that was the worst part of that game. Fight
The
me, Dead
best, are
Money
you
was
kidding
awful.
me?
That was the what was it? Sierra Madre. Is that what it?
Yep,
Mhm.
it's the one where you're stuck in the casino with bomb necks.
Love.
Every other DLC was better than that one.
It's a zombie horror and Fallout was amazing.
Oh yeah, such horror. The horror.
Alrighty.
If I move near this speaker, I'll blow up.
Let's continue the game. So yeah, you guys have just discovered, or well, you, Duncan, just realized that none of these kobolds had a crossbow.
You know, I'd probably say that out loud, but it seems really obvious, so I'm not going to. More to the
Okay.
point, Duncan has a really easy way to solve this problem.
All right, what's he do?
He goes over to the man whose life he just saved and asks, "Hey, so who shot you?"
I don't know. I was shot in the back.
And you didn't turn around after getting shot?
Well, I mean, I thought I was dead. I just kind of laid there and it took it. You know?
Well, just,
This
Kobolds,
point-
though.
At this point, Eric is going to go over and say, "Is there anyone here that does use a crossbow?"
I mean, Fontaine knows how, but
With happiness, I saw him.
Fuck off!
roll bluff.
Fontaine knows how to use a crossbow, but he would never.
Wouldn't he?
And doesn't explain how the kobolds showed up.
Well, yeah, because... Okay, you got me on that one.
Where's Yon?
Does he have a crossbow?
Yon did not join the battle.
Everyone has sort of run everywhere. We haven't found him yet.
We need to make sure no one's missing. Put up like a flare or something, a signal to let people know that we're still here and everyone's safe. If anyone's ran off into the fields, we need
It's
to make-
not going to be my horn.
Too late, Duncan points at the horn.
No!
Between red and blue.
Red, blue.
All right, so every 6 seconds the horn changes from red to blue to red to blue.
That should get their attention.
Riley, do you know any kind of like dancing light kind of spell or anything like that?
No, I do not.
Okay.
You do have thaumaturgy, right?
Oh, that's true.
You can shoot sparks from your fingers or something with that, I think.
Your voice can boom up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. You can cause flames to flicker, brighten, or dim, or change color.
Let's do all that. Just become a walking firelight display.
You can create a loud noise like the cry of a raven or an ominous whisper.
I'll create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of my choice being where I am.
Okay. What's the noise you're going to go for?
We're still alive!
That's not a noise.
A
It's
whistle.
just voice booms up to
Play,
3
Fine.
play
Whistle.
Zoidberg. Whoa, 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 whoa.
All right. You hear a whistle ring, and a few people actually do like come by because they figure kobolds can't whistle, and you see like the old man show up, and he's looking kind of haggard. A few others come out of the woodwork. Some people like come up from hiding underneath the wagons themselves, and Jornik does a quick head count. Yeah, that's everyone except for Yon and Fontaine.
So assumedly they've either been kidnapped, or they're dead, or one has kidnapped the other. Or they're in on it.
Together and they've been they've been trying to fuck us the entire time.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's I don't think any of us are going to be getting any sleep tonight.
I don't know
Let's
about you. I'm going to sleep like a baby. I killed 2 people.
and sleep in the wagon.
Probably for the best. I'm down a lot of blood.
I'm going to keep us moving. we're gonna head to Almwick. If Jornik and Jon are out there, they can catch up.
You mean Fontaine?
Yes, Fontaine and Jon.
They can take care of themselves, assuming they weren't trying to kill us.
Yes, and the signal light on the Tiefling that'll help them find us.
I am not a signal light.
But
I-
if they are trying to kill us, would it really be wise to leave that light on?
I refuse to believe that. I've known Fontaine since he was a boy, and Jon I'm so messed up with my names right now. Jon is one of the Azure. He wouldn't. I hope nothing happened to them.
Just take this damn thing off my head.
Duncan, now that he's been stabbed and had quite the day, will do a favor for Happiness and will dig into his backpack and a small wooden box with the holy symbol of corn emblazoned on it and a small hole on top. Shakes the box, which has a few copper coins in it, and just raises an eyebrow.
I want the spell off, not your money.
Oh,
He's not asking for your money.
It's an alms box.
Yeah, he's
Oh, fuck
asking for a
you.
donation to the church.
Hey, look, miracles are hard work. I have every time.
I am an acolyte of Bahamut. I don't have money.
Eric will
Well
walk
then.
over, put a gold coin in the box, take the light off.
Snaps his finger, light's gone.
Egg Bahamut.
Actually, no, he's wearing some kind of gloves. I don't know what. Snappable gloves.
And Happiness, in a show of affection, just pats Eric on the shoulder.
And Eric just smiles at him.
Oh,
While you guys are doing this, Jornik is getting the horses ready. He goes, "Get on, we're leaving."
yep, into the cart Duncan goes. Time to sleep.
Eric is actually going to sit near Doric to keep an eye out on things.
Okay, go ahead and roll
I'm just gonna
perception.
take a nap in the back.
Haroon
Okay.
and Duncan are going to snuggle up. In the nearly dead pile.
Oh, I'm gonna call your ship name Salt and Pepper.
It
So,
fits. I like
yeah.
it.
Let's see, and then we have. Are you staying up all night, Eric?
If I have to, yes.
Okay. Alrighty. So you don't see anything as you guys continue on, and instead of reaching Alnwick in the late evening, you arrive shortly after sunrise. Jornik is currently fueled entirely by adrenaline and getting the hell out of Dodge. And when you arrive, Alnwick looks nothing like any of the towns you've been to, Eric. Duncan, Haroon, and Happiness, you guys have either lived in Tiefling cities like Southgate or in Redhold, which is a fortress that became a city. Alnwick is none of these things. It's a group of hills with only one section really walled off, like one neighborhood. And it's not really walled so much as it's fenced. So the fence is only about, 2.5, 3 feet high. It's just a small stone board.
Do we have a map for Onwick
I'm
specifically?
pulling it up. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, I keep on trying to pull it up on my player account, not my You guys are coming in from the west.
Did that count as a long rest?
That does count as a long rest. You are good to go. Eric, you did not get a long rest, but you didn't expend anything.
And we're coming in from the west, you said?
Yep. So you have that small neighborhood in the Alnwick to the south. That's the only part that's walled in as you guys are coming in on the high road. There are a few small guard towers in the area. They only go up about like 20 feet or so, and they all seem to have one, maybe two guards stationed there. And the guard is wax. They're like chatting with each other. There is a broken down tower near the road. It's right up against it. You see it on number 1 there on the map. It's a broken in half tower with like a hastily patched up roof, and then almost built around it is this inn. And there's a sign in front of it that says The Bastion. There's a scattering of small buildings throughout. As you approach, there are a few patrolling guards in the area, but again, it's very lax. Their uniforms are kind of sloppy for what you're used to seeing at Red Holds, especially when it comes to the Azure who are stationed there. And they wave at you all happy until they kind of see the haggard expression of Jornik and some of the other people on the cart.
Except for
One of
Duncan,
them-
who has slept like a baby.
Right. Of course, they're like, well, they find you even more strange, even more captivating. And you can see far to the north a separate neighborhood that looks like it's built of these small one-room like sheds. It looked... Yeah, number 8. Yep, number 8. You can just barely see it. It's a little bit downhill of where you are. And there's like a little cliff face that it's all like butted up against. The guard approaches and he speaks. Most of you can't really make out what he's saying, but he sounds concerned. He's talking to Jornik. Eric, you're sitting right next to Jornik, so you can hear he's asking, is everything all right? What happened? And Jornik's just, no, nothing's all right, and tries to explain what's happening. And the guard goes up. The guard very quickly leads Jornik to a stable area where some people that work with Jornik regularly, they seem to know him. They start helping to unload the wagons. But the guard takes Jornik and starts to lead him away towards what looks like a barracks. You can see, Duncan, on the wall of the barracks, it's a big wooden structure with like a stone foundation. You can see a dwarven face on the stone foundation, but more importantly, up on the door, right above it, is the symbol for Cord.
Nice.
This big sword made of a lightning bolt kind of thing.
Duncan takes out his own holy symbol, gives it a kiss, small mumbling prayer just at the larger symbol. Nice to know there's some followers.
Yeah. The rest of you are basically left alone. The other people on the cart, all they do, they're gathering up their luggage off of the different wagons and just kind of meandering about. They some of them have a direct purpose and they take off immediately for where they're expected to go. And very quickly, the 4 of you are left alone on the street.
So,
Wanna go start a fire?
fire?
I think that's frowned upon.
On Southgate it wasn't.
Well, Southgate is different.
We're in a new town, and I suggest we go find... Shakes off a bit of sleepiness. Go find an inn.
I have a different idea. for me. You're welcome to come. Won't find any beds, though. I'm gonna go to my church.
Am I finally losing it, or am I hearing music from somewhere?
No, you're hearing the theme for Almwick.
I'm not hearing anything.
I hear it.
As long as I'm not stroking out.
I'm assuming probably the church is with the shantytown, the prayer tent thing.
Actually, no. Well,
No?
you can try looking there.
I'm assuming they sent him here with, like, directions.
They did, but I was gonna see if you would go there.
Eric is
They
just
did.
gonna-
They said it's.
Go ahead.
You know that the church is up in the center square of town to the north.
Is that near the 5 and the 6?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I have to go change and wash my hands and prepare for my first sermon. You're welcome to come.
I might, but I got my own thing I gotta do real quick, and then I really need some sleep. I didn't get any sleep at all. I just want, like, a quick nap.
For a moment, I thought you meant in real life, and then I realized you were talking about for the game. Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Alice doesn't sleep.
No, she doesn't.
Crazy?
All right. Haroon, what are you doing?
I'm probably gonna go just to the general market first.
Okay. And happiness?
Oh, and no sermons.
Hmm.
Yeah, no sermon for happiness.
Well, that one's fair.
Because I believe in a different god.
I was talking more about the fact that we've been dicks to each other the entire time.
Oh yeah, we have. Is there a Church of Bahamut around here? I doubt it.
You don't know yet.
Can I go search for a Church of Bahamut?
You can, but first, we will start with Alice.
Eric.
Yes, Eric. Eric, you, the Bastion is right there, the Bastion Inn. You're parked basically right outside of it.
He's looking for a certain thing.
Okay. Go ahead and, let's see. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I thought the certain thing would be a crossbow store.
Look me sideways twice!
Alrighty. Meanwhile, Haroon, you find yourself walking up the main thoroughfare. You've been to enough towns to recognize the hill in the center of town kind of deal up north as being where the market would be. And already as you wind down the street, it's a bit of a walk. But the street is for the most part even. You find your way to a myriad of shops and different buildings. On the southwest end of the central square, you can see a all-stone version of the smaller guard building that you guys passed on your way in. This one doesn't have any kind of dwarvish face on it, but the symbol of Kord on it is actually of wrought iron metal, and not just a simple clay symbol. And then north of that, you can see what looks like a temple to Erithus, but you can see that they've added the holy symbols of an entire panel to the outside of the temple.
Which one's Eriphus?
Erithus is Lord of Cities, or Lady of Towers, rather. Lady of Towers, goddess that watches over all towns.
Neat.
But along that other smaller path on the other side of the hill, there's plenty of different stores. Was there one you were looking for in particular?
Just to replenish that flask of oil.
Okay.
Just like 2 silver.
Alrighty. You walk in to one of the shops, and There's a stout-looking dwarven woman, and you have not seen a dwarf probably ever. Being from Redhold, you've probably never actually seen one.
My, aren't you short and thick?
I am. Nice and healthy. What can I do you for?
Just looking for a couple of things about... is this measured in pounds? That's weird. Okay.
It's a pound of oil.
It's 2 pounds of oil.
That is odd.
It is really odd. And I was wondering if you'd have a hand crossbow for sale.
Oh, hand crossbow. Oh, not here, no, but we have oil.
You'll need to go to Old Yosemites down the road. Crossbow Emporium.
We don't really sell many crossbows. We don't really deal in those. We're a simple town. We don't really have much weapons. You might be able to talk to the smith or perhaps one of the guards, though. Though I don't know if they'd be willing to sell you something as dangerous as that.
Mm-hmm. Do you happen to know... How can I put this delicately? Where are, would you say, the shadier parts of town around here?
Well, I mean...
Just so I know what to avoid. I'm new in town, by the way.
Oh, that's fine, dearie, I understand. You're probably going to want to steer clear of the shanty. It's not really a bad place. It's just, it's all temporary housing for people that are still waiting to build houses. We're a growing town, so we run out of room rather quickly. So the shanty is kind of... Let's just say some people stay there for a bit longer than they should, and they're not quite right in the head afterwards, I guess. I don't know. Maybe being there on the side of that cliff does something to you.
That's interesting. Thanks for the info.
Oh, no problem, dearie. If you're looking for an inn to stay, my husband runs the Spilt Tankard. It's just 3 buildings.
I'll consider that.
Alrighty, dearie. You have yourself a good day. And then as you leave, she looks to her cat and goes, "He's a nice boy. Needs a haircut, though." Happy.
Tell me where the church is.
Alrighty. You happen to walk around a bit and give me a charisma check.
You need a charisma check.
Yeah,
Ask
you
for
have
directions.
to ask a stranger.
Persuasion or just charisma?
Okay.
Fuck, I rolled so low.
You did. And it does take you a
charisma.
It does take you a while, though. You just aren't able to. I mean, you're naturally shy, and you kind of fumble through it. It takes a few. You have to talk to a few people before they actually understand and don't just think you're mumbling in devil's tongue at them. So you find your way all the way up to number 6 there, and coincidentally, you arrive there at the same time as Duncan.
Hello. Again. Changed your mind about the sermon, huh?
No.
There's a, seeing you outside through the window, a woman walks out, and she's wearing very plain robes that look very similar to Duncan's. You've seen them all the time, Happy, with where you were.
Slight difference is that Duncan is wearing chainmail as well.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of under. You jingle when you walk and not with coin. But you see her, she comes out, she's wearing these deep gray robes, undyed, and around her neck is a symbol of a tower. And it's the symbol of Aerith. And she looks between the two of you and says, "Oh, can I help you?"
I would actually like to make... I'm not sure if it would just be a religion check, or if, since I'm, fluent in religion, just what is her rank? Is she a priest, a cleric, a nun? She the head
Okay.
priest of the temple?
Go ahead, because this is not your faith, go ahead and give me a religion check.
Bada bing.
Alrighty, you know that she is, while not the head priest, she's not like, she ranks. She probably gives sermons.
Okay, what is the proper title to give her? My Fair Lady? Sister Superior?
Generally, when it comes to titles, none of them are going to be offended if you're at least polite. Officially, her title would probably be, as a member of Erithus, would just be Lady.
So
My
it would
lady.
be My Lady.
Yeah.
My Lady, my name is Duncan O'Sullivan. I've been sent by the Church of Cord to serve in this town.
Ah, from Redhold.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, yes, we received word. Just a moment, pizza's here.
And then the nun walks off.
The nun spilled pizza.
I mean, hey. Gotta cities. Gotta get that fresh slice. While he's gone, we should say something really offensive for the stream.
Oh my god.
I like
Quick,
dick.
Riley, what is the most offensive thing?
I'm a trans man.
That's not really offensive. Alice,
What?
how many Jews can you fit in a car?
I'm not answering this.
You probably shouldn't.
I'm not answering that.
I kind of want to check on the stream to just see if it just tore itself down at the very vague notion of where that was going.
No, it didn't because I'm the only one watching.
Oh, fuck. Beers is gonna come back. The nun's gonna sound like she got fucking stung by a face full of bees. He has to talk through chewing food. My Fair Lady delivers.
All right, I'm back. She says, "Ah, yes, we heard that Father MacLeod was sending down one of his priests actually work here under."
You there?
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
Okay. I heard that Father MacLeod was sending over a priest.
That would be me, my good lady. A pleasure to meet you.
It's all mine. Just a second here. For some reason, it keeps dropping me out of chat. Sorry about that. We're happy to have you. We don't really have much room in the temple. And you, sir, what were you doing? Of Bahamut, it seems.
I'm a servant of Bahamut. I am looking for a church if there is one here. If not, I'd rather not be near this human.
Oh. Well, this is the only temple, yes. And we accept all faiths. We just want to bring the good favor of the gods upon this village. It's growing rather quickly, and Earth is willing, it will prosper. Now, as I said, we don't really have all that much room, but maybe you two could share
Share a what?
a bunk.
I don't think so. Is there anyone else willing to share a bunk?
Oh, I'm afraid we're filled up. Unless you're looking to spoon with someone.
Depends who.
That's silly. Anyway, we can have you share a bunk, and I believe that would be for the best.
I have.
You know what? I
no
think I'll find
issues.
somewhere else to stay.
Oh dear. All right. Though, we are all on the same side. You said your name was O'Sullivan, Father.
Yes, my lady. Duncan O'Sullivan.
Well, come right this way and we can see you to a room. It seems you'll have a bunk to yourself.
For now. I have the feeling I'll be running into them again.
Well, Earth ties us all together in interesting ways. Moving on to Alice. You've been
Eric.
looking. Sorry, yeah, Eric. You've been looking around, and you kind of suspected this. It's not here yet.
But there's like no sign or anything like anybody around who...
It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be that you got here first, which, you kind of expected that. I'm sure you were hoping that you might have had some sort of help.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like you got here first, and there's only about 2 inns here. And that would be the Spilt Tankard and the Bastion.
Which one am I closer to?
By now, you are closer to the Spilt Tankard.
I'll go into the tankard.
Okay. That is up in the central square with the rest of the people.
Okay.
As you walk in, there's a dwarf behind a counter, and he is busily cooking a stew, and the whole room smells of it. You've got like fresh beef, lots of vegetables from the nearby farms. And as you walk in, he turns and looks at you. Goes, "Oh, hello there!"
Eric rubs his eyes and then smiles and gives a wave. Hello.
"Oh, you look a bit road weary. You looking for a place to lay your head?
Yes, please.
I've got a room upstairs.
Okay.
Standard rate supply.
I would greatly appreciate it.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Suddenly we... Alright, that'll be 1 silver for the night, and we'll include a dinner."
Alright, sounds fair.
Fantastic. Welcome to Alnwick, and welcome to the Spilt Tankard.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you. My name's Eric.
Alright, Eric. And he reaches under the counter for a moment, takes out a key, and slides it across the bar. The stew will be ready in a few hours. You've probably got about 7 or 8 hours left before it's ready. So, feel free to catch some shut-eye.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
It's a good time to do it, too. Once the stew goes out on the table, this place rowdies up quite nice.
Well, it sounds like it'd be a good place to put on a show while they're eating.
Yeah, bard?
Performer, but not a bard.
All the same, really. I never could tell the difference. All right then, Eric. I'll see you later tonight. And
All right.
if you put on a decent enough show, I'll give you a free stay for the rest of the time.
Wow, I'd appreciate that.
Well, always helps to have a good performance going to keep the customers in. And if we can keep them all focused on you, maybe they won't wreck my place so much.
I'll do my best.
Sounds like a plan.
What?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Haroon,
Si, senor.
where are you going?
So there were 2 taverns in town?
Yeah, Spelt Tankard was the one that was right just 3 doors down.
That's where Eric is, right?
Yep.
What was the other one?
The other one was the Bastion at the town's entrance. Built into the side of like a crumbled guard tower.
Which one would you say is nicer?
Difficult to say. The Bastion is definitely larger, but it was like a the patch job on the tower is rough at best. It's definitely a much older building. You can see the Spelt Tankard from leaving the general store, and a new building, sturdy wood walls, great big windows.
Which one has the prettier hookers outside of it?
It seems like the Bastion was probably here longer than this town was. It's on one of the oldest buildings in the town.
So basically one's like the Commoners Taverns, the other one would be like the Guards Tavern?
Hard to say if you'd call it that way. More like one is the tavern that started this place, and the other one's the tavern that showed up to make some money. Like one is kind of like this utilitarian way stop that is there because they needed one, and then the other one was somebody coming in with some actual cash. But both probably offer the same rates for rooms. But one would probably be newer, but they wouldn't be like segregated.
Well, shit, okay. So they're both dumps. Got it. Guess I'll just go to the closest one then.
Alrighty. You walk in just in time to spot Eric going up to his rooms.
You take a short moment to admire his backside.
It is splendid. You feel awe as a bonus action.
Is Eric?
It is Eric.
Don't even have to roll for it, damn.
That's just a racial feature.
I'm gonna look around the tavern, see if anybody's well armed and perhaps carrying a hand crossbow.
Behind the counter, there is a large hammer with the text scrawled into a plaque underneath it. Old Bessie. Looks like it's probably the bartenders. There are a number of patrons here that are playing cards, drinking. They're having quiet conversation. There's nothing shady about it. You don't get that kind of feeling from it. But you don't see anyone that's openly carrying anything dangerous. In fact, give me a perception check. Alrighty. You actually haven't caught sight of anyone well armed outside of the guards in the entire town.
Bah. What time of day is it? It's getting kind of late, right?
It is early, probably around noon. You guys went throughout the night, so you guys arrived here much earlier than anticipated.
In that case, I'm going to, I guess, play a few rounds and see if I can pay for my room,
Okay.
and then gather some gossip.
Oh,
Yes, dear.
should I say that Eric kind of already paid for them?
Sure. If you're willing to drop the 8 silver for it.
Eric, being Eric, would have probably just given a gold and said, keep the change.
Okay. So yeah, actually, when you come in, Harund, and you sit down to play a few rounds, the dwarf looks up from the stew. See, oh, you're that one. Oh, lordy, you're covered in blood. We have a wash basin in the basement. You wanna get cleaned up? Your friend already paid for your room.
Oh, how lovely. Guess I'll get washed up and play for tips or something.
All right. Yes, please wash up before sitting in my chairs. No offense. I hear you did some good work.
It's just a few kobolds.
Right. And he goes back to working on the stew. Let's see. Happy.
Yeah?
What's your next move?
Try and find the nearest tavern to sleep in.
Go ahead and give me... You know what? You already passed it. You're in the square. You can see it. It's pretty easy to see the sign for the spill.
Okay, I'm headed in.
Alrighty. You garner enough of a response that he notices you right away. Hi! And he looks over at like one of the farmers that's in the tavern. He's kind of giving you a look. And the dwarf like grabs like a spoon he isn't using for the stew and just whips at the guy's head. None of that. They're a customer. Don't give him any of those. You're the tiefling. Eric mentioned you. He already paid for your room.
I'll have to remember to touch his shoulder again.
Lewd.
Sure. All right.
Here
Well,
from
I'm
the
gonna go back to
basement.
this.
Gay?
Actually, happiness is gay.
Let's see. Yep.
Gay.
And now, Alan, you find yourself in a small room. At the Temple of Cord, your room was small. You barely have room to do anything in here other than and
I
read.
can think of a couple of things Duncan would do.
Fair enough.
Oh dear.
But you can't like do push-ups or anything.
No, I wasn't going to say that. He did just get over a knife wound.
Fair enough.
First, sword, mace, shield, chainmail. All of them spread out on the bed. I'm sure there's like the priest pack comes with holy water and a census and all that. Since it's cord, do your maintenance, bless your weapons, say a prayer.
Okay. You go through your whole religious ceremony.
Leave everything there but the sword, since it's, the holy symbol he has.
Mm-hmm.
And check in with the lady. The fair lady.
Yes. How may I help you?
Or I guess I could check in with you. Is there like a set schedule for these kinds of churches for when sermons are given, or is Duncan just sort of free to do as things are?
Well, the Temple of Cord really didn't bother with a scheduled sermon per se. Their worship was defined with like they gave religious sermons, but it was almost like you and McLeod would go out and like help train troops or train with troops and advise commanders on the proper way to like run their. However, that was because at Redhold, the Temple of Cord had a lot of clout. You suspect that in this town, you're not going to be able to just march into a garrison, even though they bear your holy symbol, and like give orders to the militia here. You might be able to spot check them and maybe get away with that. But if you go up to a commander, they're probably going to clap you on the side of the head and maybe throw you in prison as a drunk before they actually give you the time of day as a priest. That being said, the temple here, the only real faith that follows a very strict schedule is Erithus. They were the original, so everyone else just kind of goes, "Oh, you know what? If it's free, I'm gonna give a speech."
Okay. Let's say says some nice words to the fair lady. You know, thank you for greeting me, for keeping my room in order, for allowing me to stay, so on and so forth. And he'll make his way rather leisurely down the town towards the garrison.
Oh, so the main garrison that's right basically just down the road from the temple, or are you going to the one that Jornik was taken into?
I was going to say the one near the temple, but, you know, that story content is sounding pretty sweet. Let's go to where Jarek went.
Alrighty.
That was the one that had the
That was
symbol above it, yeah?
Both have the symbol. The stone one by the temple has the nice brass symbol, whereas the one that Jornik was taken to was a smaller wooden building, but it had a dwarven foundation.
Yeah, let's go check in with Jornik.
Okay.
See if that bolt wound healed right.
Alrighty. So you make your way down the path, and as you approach the garrison, you get the feeling that give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. You get the feeling that you're being watched. In fact, you can almost... It's almost laughable. They are good, but you've been around the block a lot. With a 20, you know that you know where they are. You can see them kind of coming from around in the 8 area. They are actually just, it's as you're rounding the road going from the temple down south from the garrison, you catch a glimpse of them out the corner of your eye around the corner of the garrison. It's a small figure in like dirty clothes.
Are they armed?
Normally you wouldn't be able to tell, but you've been around the block when it comes to weapons, and especially on how to and you can tell by the way that they're shifting their hip that there's probably at least a club there hidden underneath their underneath like the small cloak that they're...
And we're on public street still?
Yep.
All right.
In broad daylight.
Duncan will turn around, actively put out his arms towards them. Friends, please come forward. No need to skulk. What can I do for you?
And the person walks around the garrison, glaring at you for a moment, then walks up a little bit closer, and what you thought might have been a child is actually a halfling. He says, all right, you caught me. What's all this then?
Oh, what?
He mimics your, like, arms out.
It's a show to show that I'm not currently holding a sword. Very important gesture. Just, God damn it.
I do that all the time. Right, but you could be one of them wizards. You could be casting a spell on me right now.
I could be, yes.
You're an outsider. Where are you from?
Oh, originally Redhold. Before that, Southgate. Before that, North.
Interesting. What you doing down here?
Have a north.
Yeah, I was going to make that comment. What you doing around here? What you doing in Alwick?
The Church of Cord has seen fit to send me here that I may spread the word of Cord.
The War God.
Yes.
And Onward.
Yes.
Shakes his head. You can see he's disappointed, bit angry. I don't much like your kind here.
Priests or humans?
Warmongers.
Fair. Many of our clerics tend to be exasperatingly violent.
At that, he kind of thinks for a minute. Steps away from you. That effect.
Most, yes. However, many of the teachings of Cord do not strictly state one need be violent in all situations. I myself find combat to be exhilarating, but also unnecessary, unless
Steps away again at the
otherwise
exhilarating comment. As you say combat's exhilarating, he steps away one more time. He's like, right, all right.
But it is my last and only choice.
Fair enough. He holds out his arms, and unlike you, he actually is armed. He's got a club on one side and like a boot. And he goes, I am armed, but I'm not reaching for anything. I don't want any trouble.
Then there shall be no trouble.
All right. You have a good day.
You as well, sir.
He turns and books it.
That turned out wonderfully.
Alrighty. You continue on to towards the garrison, and you don't have anyone else following you for the rest of the trip. You're pretty sure of that.
I'm sure that was quite the sight in broad daylight.
Right. All right. Gonna go over here now, far away from the priest of the war god. But yeah, you find your way to the barracks, and a guard sees you approaching, and he's kind of, he's like half asleep. God, you're like, yeah. Oh, can I help you, sir?
The guy's name was Haroon, right?
Haroon was the bard who bathed in blood along
Oh, right, wrong one.
with the of Jornik.
Hit with the bolt.
Jornik. Yep.
And he's the one here.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Duncan O'Sullivan. I'm the new, I suppose, head cleric for Cord in town.
He straightens up a bit at the mention of Cord.
On my way here, with the caravan I was with, there was an unfortunate incident. And
Say no more.
Pardon?
Say no more. We've got Master Jornik inside, and he mentioned that some people were helping him. He's being cooperative. He's giving us all the information he has. What can I help you with?
Well, I happened to heal a wound on him, and I'm just making sure it's healed right. It was a rather rushed miracle.
He's in good health. A bit tired, a bit rattled. We've got him sleeping at the moment. We gave him some alcohol. We helped calm his nerves, and he is sleeping like a baby.
Let's see. Well, I'm here, on a second note. As I am new in town and don't wish to step on the guard's toes, is there any way I could convince your captain to allow me to apply a fresh blessing to the symbol located above your doors?
I don't think that the captain would have a problem with that. It's on the outside and all.
All right, if you wouldn't mind then.
He steps aside, and he's going to let you do your...
Again, I'm not sure what the particulars are. Light the census, light some incense, spread the holy water, probably small prayer, point a sword at it.
Yep.
Not sure if this actually elicits like a glow
You
of
hear-
light or
It
something.
doesn't really elicit a glow of light, but you hear the drum beats. You're satisfied.
With a nod, Duncan just gives a polite bow to the guard. If there's anything you or your captain or any of your fellow guardship may need, I will be in town at the local temple.
All right. That sounds well, we'll definitely come see if we need you for anything. I will say this though. When Joannick wakes up, we heard what you guys were doing, and if you ever see any of your fellows that helped out, we were gonna get you guys a round of drinks over at the Spelt Tankard.
If they're not all there already, I'm sure that's one of the other taverns in town.
It
They
is.
were all looking for a place to rest.
Well, the Bastion's right across the street here. It's the oldest tavern in town. It's been here longer than the town was. Dragonborn runs it. He's a good fellow. He's been in this town. Well, like I say, he's been in this town longer than the town was. But the Spilt Tankard, they've got better drinks.
Then they'll probably find a way there.
Yeah. Now I will say this though. I wouldn't put too much stock in the Spelt Tankard stew. It's not like it's gonna give you the runs or anything. Don't get me wrong. It's good, but give me a moment here. Let me make sure I get this right.
This wouldn't happen to be one of those we don't know where the meat come from things.
It's not the meat you gotta worry about. The meat's good, but let's put it this way. God, my computer is going so slow. I need my list of important people and facts.
I need to know what he is doing to those goddamn vegetables.
Let's just say that I don't know where Dundest is getting his crop.
Perhaps
Whereas the Bastion grows its own.
I shall remember that. But for now, I do have another barracks to cleanse. Before I perhaps rest. It has been a rather stressful ride.
Indeed. All right, yeah. I'll when Jornik wakes up, we'll have him go to the Spelt Tankard, and well, I'm sure he'll want to thank you proper.
I'll be there in the evening then.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they want to particularly do today, other than Alan blessing the other temple?
Yeah, that could just be a hand wave of...
Yeah, it is.
Fresh symbol, same thing.
Yep.
I'm just going to, I guess, play for whatever tips I can
Yep.
get and
Go
wait
ahead
to
and
see
give-
if my criminal contacts come and find me.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a D20 roll for the gambling. Okay, you do well. You make... Grab the wrong mouse. You make yourself a silver piece total. With you're betting for coppers here, but you end up walking away with a full silver.
Yeah, I'm not really playing to get rich. I'm just basically waiting for my contact.
Yep. It doesn't take too long before they hear that you're in town. You get you end up seeing a halfling walk in, dirty clothes, He comes over, joins your game, and as you guys play, he's speaking in Thieves' Cant. Do you understand Thieves' Cant?
I do not. I didn't even know that was an option.
It's a rogue thing.
Can hear it if he was
All right, you're asleep. Well, he spends a few hours. He's basically speaking gibberish. He's talking about like, oh, the farm's going well, I guess. We've got everything going well. Yeah, the harvest is coming in, and seeing that you don't really recognize what he's talking about, he waits until it's his turn to deal cards for the game you guys are playing, and you find in your hand a note telling you to. It just says shanty.
Shanty. Okay.
Shanty.
I will pass him 2 cup.
Okay. He you don't even see him take it, but it's gone.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to give him that a full silver from what I won.
Okay. Yeah, it's gone. The second it hits the table, nobody even notices it. You guys continue your hand, and then after a few more hands, he gets up and leaves. It's now getting into the afternoon. It's starting to get kind of busy in here. People are starting to finish their work in the fields or at different shops. As the night goes by, Eric, you finally wake up happy. You're finally, you're cleaned and ready for the day, or evening rather. Duncan, you finally get done blessing your church, or your barracks, and you end up back at the Spilt Tankard, and suddenly all 4 of you are here. As the day slowly turns into night. Duncan, I take it you tell them about the whole free drinks tonight with the cards?
I mean, it might be a bit hard spotting Harun now that he's not covered in blood or shit-faced. But yeah, let him know. Our wonderful benefactor has offered us a couple of free drinks.
Think I'll pass. I'm still working off a hangover.
That was some good shit. Regardless, it doesn't take long before Jornik is brought to the inn, and he is escorted by 2 guards. One's kind of, helping him. Not really physically helping him, but they're just kind of there to make him feel. He sees you first, Duncan, and he walks up to you and just shakes your hand firmly. Thank you so much.
Give him the same shake back. If it's within my power, you'll always have my hand.
He turns to Eric, Happiness, and Harun as all of you. Thank you.
I'm just glad to see you're okay.
Yeah, don't get all mushy on me.
I wouldn't say that I'm okay, but
Well,
I'm alive.
oh, I'm glad to see you're alive. We'll go.
I've been talking to the guard captain here, and they say that they haven't seen activity from kobolds this close to Alnwick in a long time. But a raiding party of 4, it's not a raiding party. That's nothing.
If I had to venture a guess, it's a scouting.
That's what the guards think. That's one of the guards nods along. He goes, the town doesn't really have much in the way of funds, but you 4 seem to know how to handle yourselves. And I'd like to make a proposal. Yon and Fontaine are still out there, I think. I hope. I'm certain that they... I hope... I don't... They haven't shown up in town. I've been asking around. I've had the guards looking around the extent of the road. They haven't seen anything.
If I have to venture another guess, they either saw the kobolds and went to go deal with them, and either A, got captured, B, they were working with them to begin with, or C, they're dead.
I don't even want to discuss what the outcome is. But what I do want is action. And I'd like to point out, his like super happy like salesman voice is not there anymore. He's been serious since this attack happened. He goes, I just want you, the four of you, to, and I will pay you, to see if you can find out where their hole is and get rid of it. If Jornik and Yon are working with them, take care of it. Or sorry, yeah, Fontaine and I took a crossbow bolt to the back. I'm not myself. If Fontaine and Yon are with them and they're working with them, I don't want to hear that. I'd rather just hear that they were killed by the kobolds, and I will I'll pay the the money for a decent funeral for both of them. But if they're alive, bring them back. If they're alive and like cap. But other than that, I'll just get them a funeral. Would you four be willing to take a job like that?
I'll do it.
It's not quite normally the grunt work that I do, but I suppose...
The two of them showed us succor on the trip. I see no reason not to return the favor.
And you? Happiness, was it?
Fine.
Okay.
We really need to shorten that to happy.
I'll,
No, it's happiness.
I'm a quite
Or is
happy.
penis?
Huh.
That's if you really get to know him.
So, I'll, as for payment, 200 gold when you get back.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yes, it's what I made on this trip. It'll cover. It should cover some revenge.
Haroon will offer his hand out to shake, and will say, "A deal with me is a deal sealed in blood."
That's creepy. You're creepy. But as long as it's theirs. And he shakes your...
Meaning it
Looks
will
like
get
Codex
done, and I will
covers
be
the
paid.
red.
Yeah, no, I understood that part. Still doesn't change the fact that you looked like some sort of Marilyn Manson freak out there covered in blood.
Let us let that go.
Happy is laughing in character.
Anyway, drinks are on me for the night. Drink your fill. But tomorrow, if you could do that job, I'd appreciate it.
Will do. But for now, just take some time to just try to relax.
Okay. He nods and goes to take a seat with the two guards. And in time, Darndus, the dwarf, he comes out and gives everybody a bowl of stew and a mug of beer, ale. It's nowhere near as good as the wine that you guys had, especially you, Haroon. That really good shit. But actually, you said you were going to drink anyway.
For some fresh
no.
water.
They'll bring you water, sure.
Give the ale to Haroon. He probably needs it for his headache.
Hair of the dog and all that.
You can't get a hangover if you never stop being drunk.
Alrighty. Eric, give me a performance check.
Yeah!
Damn! So as the night goes on, Eric sees his chance to make his way with the inn, and he gets up and does his performance. You're a singer, right?
Singer, dancer.
Okay. He somehow manages to embody like the all members of the Backstreet Boys. Ladies swoon, some men too. People are singing along. They're clapping as Tinker Tailor starts being built. Everyone's just having a good time, and Durndas seems quite happy too. Anybody eating the stew? The stew is
The stew what?
If anyone's eating the stew is fine. Not necessarily wrong with it. Just tastes like stew.
Seems like an easy one for this. Detect evil and good.
You're gonna use detect evil and good?
Yes.
Okay. You...
Or wait, is this what I think it is? Is this not just you can tell if someone's evil?
Nope.
Oh, what's that one?
That's what detect evil and good turned into because it was too, like, blatant when it came to just knowing if someone was evil.
Oh, I wanted to use it on the stew to see if it was hostile or something.
Well, the stew is not cursed, and detect evil or good, I think, would detect that. But generally, it tells you, like, the location of, like, fiends, aberrations, angels, and that kind of...
Oh, you know what? Use it anyways. Maybe there's some shit going on.
Alrighty. It's within 60 feet, and I believe you need to have line of sight with the target.
Undead 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located.
Okay, yeah, you don't need line of sight. You know where it is. You don't sense anything.
You cut out there.
You don't sense anything.
Okay, good.
It is safe to rest here. There are no monsters nearby.
You are not stopped from fast traveling by a crab.
Goddamn mud crabs.
Oh shit, it has a gun.
Let's see if I can find that meme.
Or a knife. Crab battle. So the night goes on without a hitch. You guys eat, drink, and you're merry. Eric, you don't make any real tips because you're doing this to secure stay. And at the end of the day, Durndas, he comes over and he pays you 5 copper for the work because you got everybody like super hyped.
Eric turns it down.
Okay. You know, it's fair enough. I'll get you free breakfast in the morning.
I appreciate that.
Yep, you and your crew can have a decent meal before you head out. And with that...
With that, Eric is going to look at Haroon and Z-snap.
I play darker music. My music's real.
My music causes 1d4 damage.
Rune will just roll his eyes.
Night falls, and you guys have yourselves a good sleep.
Yes.
Although except Eric, I imagine, because he slept all day.
Well, he has an alright sleep then.
Yeah.
He gets more. He did stay up for like the process of 26 hours.
Yeah. You caught up on... You finally got completely caught up. And morning dawns. You guys are greeted with a breakfast of like eggs, ham, bacon, potatoes, the whole works.
Avoid the potatoes. That was in character. Duncan has been told suspicious things about these potatoes.
Rune would shout out on bacon, and only bacon.
And only bacon.
Really got an image going, huh?
Bacon!
I only eat things that are manly.
Eric will will pick at a little bit of everything, but he will take Duncan's warning.
Hey, Happy, do you eat the potatoes?
Ain't no potatoes.
All right, it's no small potatoes. When you guys finish your meals and Durandist comes over to claim the plates, he notices that you guys haven't touched his potatoes. He kind of just raises a brow at you. All right, you guys don't like potatoes. Noted. And he goes back to the
Peasant's food.
back to his. Huh?
It's peasant's food.
Yeah. He's just like,
Eric is going to go. Is just going to kick Haroon's leg under the table and pull him closer and go, "It is a free meal. Shut your fucking."
All 4 of us are peasants.
Alrighty. So, any preparations before you head up?
Yes, Eric is gonna go find that fucking crossbow.
Alrighty.
Yes, I
You
know
can
what.
just have mine.
I'm
But
just gonna tell you, don't bother. They don't have shit for weapons here.
fuck these items.
You can have mine.
Okay, that's quite the declaration. Thank you.
What kind of crossbow do you have,
Light
Happy?
crossbow.
Huh?
Light crossbow.
Okay. I just want to make sure it was a light crossbow for the sake of,
All those
What?
kobolds had daggers, right?
they all had daggers, yes.
Okay, so I'm sporting a bag of daggers now.
Yep, you got 4 daggers.
All right, got the sword, got the mace, got the chainmail, got the shield, got the little white collar with the vestments. Or I
Yep.
guess maybe it's red because it's cord.
Yep. Well, actually, it's like a deep kind of, like, it's like a deep kind of purpley kind of thing, because it's all like, it's supposed to be like,
Okay.
alrighty, and yeah, your sword has like a lightning bolt on the cross. Technically, the symbol for cord is him holding a sword made of lightning, but they can't give you one of those
Yet.
yet.
It's above your pay grade.
So yeah, Eric, newly armed with a crossbow, and the rest of you, you guys gonna just walk on the King's Road towards where the battle happened?
Yeah, so this seems like an important question, but do any of the 3 of you actually know how to track things through a forest?
Do I look like I spend time in the forest?
Do you have any rings
Or
to
outside? No, I don't.
Okay.
Well, I mean, technically it's a +2 because I have a high wisdom, but
Right now, I was just wondering if anyone was trained in survival. You'll still be able to like look around and like use your perception and stuff to see things, but none of you have experience in it.
Alright, well... Nobody needs to go to the bathroom?
I mean, we could waste our time wandering through the woods. But I also have from a reputable source that something is going down in the shanties up north. Don't know if it's kobolds, but if somebody's controlling them, possibility.
Well, it is a lot closer than here, and we won't have to walk 18 hours to get there.
Could at least make it a start.
Everyone's alright with the shantytown?
I mean, why not?
Oh, yes, Father Duncan, we're all...
Alrighty.
Okay, let's go.
I don't hear anyone saying no. So you guys, instead of heading down south towards the main road, you head up to the shanty town, and as you're walking by, the houses aren't necessarily bad, but they are literally big enough to fit a bed. Most of you have rooms. Heck, Duncan, you have a room at the temple that's bigger than some of these houses.
Oh, that's depressing. I can't even do push-ups in that room.
Right. It's literally like a doorway that leads to a bedroll. That's all they have. And maybe like a chamber pot.
Right.
Again, these are temporary houses that were just built for like the builders and such, in theory, or not even necessarily the builders, but people that were just waiting for houses, but couldn't afford to stay at like an inn for an extended period. But as you're
It's the
walking
slum. We
through,
got it.
the paved road gives way to a dirt path. It's not even. It's caked in mud from previous rains. One thing that does catch your eye, though, as you're walking through, is very early on, actually right where that 8 is, there is a wagon. A big, like, theatrically large wagon that is missing one wheel and is propped up instead on, like, just a bundle of wood. And it says, Arcane Solutions in glowing script that is literally like lit up like neon and actually like flashing a little, almost like a neon sign that's like going out.
Oh, fantastic. At the very least, maybe we can pay for a scry.
Okay. Was there...
That's magic to find out where the kobolds are.
Well, I meant more, didn't you had a lead here, right? We don't have to pay yet.
I'm just saying it's an option.
Fair.
As you guys
Your thing,
continue, as you guys continue, go ahead and give me an investigation check, Eric, or perception check rather. Sorry, Eric and Okay. Haroon, you actually notice the signs as you are walking through. There's the shanty town, but then there's the shanty town. And you kind of lead the party deeper in. And you start to notice that as you go deeper, some of these houses are actually being like clustered together and used to form larger houses. And you get the impression that wasn't their intention. The roads are much more caked in mud and other stuff. And the smell is getting worse. But you also notice that there seem to be shops here. Like, some of these shanty homes are being used as like storefronts. You could see like instead of having the room for the bedroll, there's already like a counter, and like dingy, dirty-looking people on the other side of that counter, who look like they're trying not to look like they're ready to sell something. Like they're casually shuffling a deck of cards, or they're reading a book or cleaning their nails with a knife. Also, both Eric and Haroon, and even I'll say that even Duncan, without needing to roll, you notice the people here are armed. The
Well,
preferred
I'm
weapon
sure-
seems to be clubs.
I'm sure one heavily armed priest and 3 other visibly heavily armed strangers will go over perfectly well here.
So yeah, at the end of this street, pathway really, there are like 5 of these little shanty huts that are clustered together with like a bit of wood on top to make a shared roof. And if you had to guess, that forms like one larger building that's almost the size of like the Spilt Tanker.
Well, okay then. Should we go say hello?
I mean, would the priest or the pale man with the lots of hair and several knives on him make a better impression?
By we, I meant me.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna head in and see what I see.
Just Duncan slowly preparing that cure wounds for when he comes out with 3 knives in him.
Anybody else going in?
Yeah, Eric's going to.
Duncan will stay out near the front.
Okay.
Priest vestments tend to, it says a lot.
Mm-hmm. As you guys enter, it's a well-lit room. It actually surprises you. As you walk in, there is a little like a torch sconce, but there's no fire, but there's light coming off of it. Seems to be ever lit without actually. And it gives a very eerie, like faint blue light to the room, and you could see a number of people inside, huddled around what looks like a overturned, or rather a big log, basically, and they are playing cards for a crap ton more gold than what was being played for at the spilt time. One of the men looks up at you, Haroon, and you recognize him as the halfling. And he goes, "You kept us waiting for a whole day."
Head needs to need tended to.
Right.
I'm here now.
Who's all your friends?
I think it was just Eric that followed him, unless Happiness
okay.
came too.
Happiness, you coming inside too?
Is that a nope?
Nope.
Okay.
So Happiness and Duncan are just standing outside fucking with each
Not
other,
looking at each other.
actively trying not to engage.
They're just like back to back, facing opposite directions. It's not like I like him any.
Oh no.
It is acting like I don't like him.
Right. So yeah, he goes, "So, you looking to sell it?"
Sell it? Not exactly.
All right. So then what do you want with it?
Assuming we're talking about the same thing, it has gone missing. I'm looking to find whoever might know anything about where it's gone, see if they could politely return it to me.
Oh, well. We were hoping that you had it with you. But now you tell us that you don't have it at all. Any idea? You at least seem to suspect it's in this city?
Sorry, I was being bugged. Yes, I have reason to suspect it, and I have reason to suspect that you might know something about it.
I know a thing or two. I know a lot of things. But what I don't know is whether it's in our best interest to help you What's it to us? Because we were hoping to buy the thing ourselves.
I don't think even you have the coin for that.
I don't think you actually know what you have.
I know it's expensive.
Indeed. So the game is on.
You're not going to make this easy on me, are you?
We'll be keeping an eye on you.
Fine. Anyway, On
Now,
another matter as well.
yeah, there is another matter. We heard that you were over at Hildy's looking for a crossbow.
Ah, yes, there's that too.
Yes. If you're looking to do some business in weapons, you come here. You come see old Vinny DePaul.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind as well.
Now, technically speaking, you've never met Vinny DePaul. You've never seen Vinny DePaul. Vinny DePaul doesn't even exist. But if you need something in this town, you do business with Vinny DePaul.
And it seems my reputation already precedes me. You know, if you need anything done for the right price, I'm your man.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep you right busy.
But on a different matter, I happen to seem to have misplaced a couple of fellows I traveled in with. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Ah, yeah, that business. We heard about it over at the Tankard last night. That's some good coin to be made. Just to hunt down some little lizard. Tell you what, we don't want no shipments going missing ourselves. So we'll give you a bit of a hand. There used to be a town not far from here, about a night's ride. Small place. But it was fortified, at least parts of it were, during the calamity, or so they say. You head on down there, you might find a good place to hide a few things. Whether it's a bit of rum or an entire clutch of little lizards. The only place in that area I can think of.
All right. Check that out, and once we've concluded that business, we'll be back to talk about that item. You could have.
And you happen to find any of that aforementioned rum? So I haven't been able to get in there since they moved in. Maybe we'll actually talk more.
Room for information, then? And Haroon will extend his hand.
Take it.
You're still cutting out.
They'll shake your hand.
You say rum?
Yep, rum.
Okay.
And so they'll shake your hand, and we will end here.
Meanwhile, Duncan and Happy playing rock, paper, scissors outside.
In silence.
No, I mean we'll end here, as in that's it for the night.
Okay,
Thank you, I am getting tired. That's why I've been
is-
quiet.
Is there somewhere on this sheet I'm supposed to put experience or some shit?
We're doing milestone leveling, so I'll let you guys know when you...
Okay. Good. Because, less numbers. Hooray!